Isicelo, the request. I'd always tell my dancers that everything that you do means something. Every movement is speaking and saying something. And that's what I always wanted them to take away with them. It's people who have been asking for something for a long period of time and being ignored, and got to a point where their request wasn't so gentle anymore.
I'm Deborah Baddoo, and I'm Artistic Director of State of Emergency Productions, which is a dance and music production company. State of Emergency runs a talent development programme called Reposition. I thought it would be a fantastic opportunity, both for us and for Nyaniso, to create a work on the young company.
The piece was awesome. We had 3 days to do it, so it was sort of sprung upon all parties involved.
If someone said to me, you've got to make a 10-minute piece in 3 days, I think I would have a slight anxiety, panic attack. And you've got to perform it the week after that. Okay.
I requested just of everybody to just trust me, and I'll trust them.
He's obviously so experienced and has so much wisdom and knowledge, and he was able to just give us these tasks and put that on us and create this piece in such a short space of time.
Nyaniso really worked with the dancers.
Workshopped us the first couple of rehearsals and then used the material that we got from that to feed in through the piece, which I thought was it made the piece a collaborative project instead of him giving us material, which I liked.
I love the different personalities that everybody brought of themselves to the space. It's a passionate piece for me to have done because it speaks about my home. Not only was it about South Africa, it was about them. It was about their present lives, their struggles, when they would stand up and decide that I've had enough.
To go without it stopping, keep going, and then when you get to that point, when you're going to sink into the ground, give in. No, how long have I been performing this piece and you guys are saying that you're not gonna pay me? Why? You know? That's what I like from you guys. And just I want you guys to draw from the innermost personal part of you having had enough.
It's about wanting something and boldly wanting it. This was very much about your own freedom, because in the piece different people do things at different times which depicts their own stories. You can't just follow along. It wasn't a piece that you could afford to stand at the back and kind of follow it. You had to know what you're doing and you had to connect with it for yourself, because you will stand out, irrespective of whether it's good or whether it's bad.
Yeah, as an American, I really connected to the piece in a different way, and sort of was looking at it from the sense of growing up with a lot of African American friends and being white and being in situations where they were treated differently than me, and the frustration that gave me.
The idea of struggle, the idea of freedom, and those two just juxtapose themselves really almost elegantly, but it's just really powerful the way that you're trying to be free but you're bound at the same time.
So I tried to bring that through my performance in what would I do at that time or even now to embody those feelings that the South Africans were going through. So me as a black person, even though I'm from the Caribbean, I tried to think of and try and feel how would I feel as a black South African in South Africa.
The sereneness of his performance and his presence and the theatricality of his work was something that we hadn't experienced with the group before.
It's a joy. Firstly, I feel very privileged to be able to sort of say that during the span of my dance career, I worked with the South African choreographer period.
I think Nyaniso has brought something particularly special with his fusion and theatrical movement to the piece that he's made with them.
His movement style is like amazing.
I feel quite emotional after seeing it. It was very moving, the performance was very strong, very focused, and it captivated the audience. So I really felt, totally moved and emotional about the whole piece. I think it evoked the whole history of Biko and all the silent protests that have happened over the years of apartheid.
I just want to say I'm proud of all those girls. I'm happy and I'm grateful for the opportunity that they gave me and the trust that they put in my hands. Thank you, State of Emergency, and thank you, Michaela, thank you, Deborah and Steve.